Good morning, students. In today's class we are going to discuss about Aristotle. Aristotle is the first topic that is introduced to us. In this class we are devoting to discuss Aristotle's theories and principles of literary criticism. See students, the Poetics. The Poetics is the text document by Aristotle. Aristotle is the Greek philosopher and he goes back to 384 to 322 before Christ era, BC. See students, Aristotle is known as classicist in his views about literary criticism. He is the first scientific literary critic. That is what we first have to note. See, all his theories of literary criticism are embodied in his text document, the Poetics. Aristotle is the classicist and he is the Greek philosopher, and he dates back to 384 to 322 before Christ era. Okay students, let us discuss his theories and principles of literary criticism. Aristotle discusses all aspects of the philosophical foundation of all literary and critical theories. He discusses all literary theories, he discusses all critical theories, and he is the father of English literary criticism. And he discusses at large all his theories and principles related to literature and literary criticism in his text document, the Poetics. Okay students, the next point is that Aristotle follows Plato in most of his literary observations. Aristotle says, and he calls the poet an imitator. An imitator. Okay. See, there is a Greek term, mimesis. Mimesis. M-I-M-E-S-I-S. Mimesis. Mimesis means imitation. Aristotle calls the poet an imitator, and that imitation, that idea or that concept, that is derived from the Greek term mimesis. Mimesis means imitation. Okay, he calls the poet an imitator, and what does the poet imitate? He imitates first things as they were and as they are. Things as they were and as they are. Things of the past and things of the present. And things as they are said to be and thought to be. As they are said to be and thought to be. It means as they are believed. And things as they are ought to be. It means things that are ideal. So, he calls the poet an imitator, and while calling the poet an imitator, he discusses three things. The poet imitates three things, and the first thing what he imitates is that he imitates things of the past and things of the present, because there should be a subject for the poet. There should be a content for the poet, so that he takes the things from the past and from the present. So, by taking the subject ready from the past and from the present, then he starts writing on that. Okay. So, he discusses things of the past, things of the present, things as they were and things as they are. Secondly, he discusses the things as they are said to be and thought to be. See, many things are established in the world around us. They are said by great people. They are said by experienced people. So we have to follow them because they are the established things. So we have to follow the next generations. We have to follow the established principles of the principles or the things established by the experienced generations. So that we have to take their thoughts to follow. So, what is said and what is considered, what is thought, What is said and what is thought. It means what is believed, what is established in the world around us, in the society around us. That is what the poet discusses in the second point of view. And third, what is ought to be. What is ought to be. What is ideal. There are certain ideal things. So, the human beings, and we have to strive and try to reach that ideal and ideological things, ideals. Okay, so this is the third point of view discussed by Aristotle. So Aristotle basically follows Plato's theories of criticism, literary criticism, and while following so, he calls the poet an imitator. And poetry is nothing but imitation. So that this concept of imitation that is derived from the Greek word mimesis, Mimesis. So you have to quote this word also, where this thought and concept is derived. Okay, students. So while doing that, Aristotle discusses three things. Poetry is nothing but it is the thing of the past and the present. And poetry is said by the poet. Poet says things as they were and as they are thought to be, and as they are said to be, as they are ought to be. It means things as they were in the past and the present, things as they are believed and established, and things as they are ideal, things that are ideal. This is how he focuses on three important elements in his theory of criticism. See, while doing so, Aristotle says this kind of imitation that has natural pleasure. It gives pleasure. See, imitation is important and pleasure is also important in poetry. So, this is how the imitations, they become permanent and universal. That is what Aristotle discusses in the first section. This is the nature of literary criticism, which is embodied in the text document by Aristotle in his The Poetics. Okay, students, with this I would like to conclude, and before concluding, I would like to tell you that we will be moving to the next part of the Poetics in my next session. Okay, students, all the best. Thank you.